Anyway, the sad news, in fact, broke in the hearts of a lot of people, especially those that were at the premises this morning, which the announcement came that she has been sent to the hospital. Many still do not know what really led to the death of our queen, and that's the only news that got to our decks is that she has been rushed to the hospital. Even in the morning, they were denying the news that the queen was in good shape and that nobody else should worry about all that is
So you
happening.
see, the big question that people are asking is what killed the queen? What killed the queen? Now, as I said earlier on, death is inevitable. Any person or any person in this world, everyone, including myself and you, all of us will pass away one day. But then, there's something which has to cause your death. Even though if even it is a natural, there's something have to trigger the natural death. So before we go on to the monarchy, the history of Queen Elizabeth, remembering her and all of these things. What we are getting is that the spouse, I mean, all of Queen Elizabeth's health issues started deteriorating immediately after Prince Charles died last year in 2021. Now, recall, Prince Charles was the husband of Queen Elizabeth, and they had married for over 70 years. If you recall that uh, Prince Charles was born in on June 10th, 1921, and then at the age of around 22, 23 years after he served at the army, I mean, he met the queen and perhaps they fell in love and then they got married. But then last year, sadly last year, April 9th, 2021, Prince Philip, who happened to be the husband of Queen Elizabeth, died, and this, according to the doctors, contributed immensely to the deteriorating health of Queen Elizabeth, and this was so sad. So this is what the doctors are saying, and this is what we are learning, that perhaps the cause of death of Queen Elizabeth was largely due to the fact that she was, perhaps we could say, someone, she was feeling lonely. Perhaps that caused the death. You want to come in? I'm asking if you want to come in.
No, you've given all the
So
details
yeah,
about the
if there are
death.
questions, people want to ask questions. I mean, you should ask on their behalf in regards to the case. So this is
Oh,
a breaking
okay.
news
A
we
lot
are
are
getting.
asking because we didn't just hear she died at home, but she died in the hospital, which means something triggered it. Did she fall down or she collapsed, or does it mean that she was having something called an illness that we didn't know of?
So as I'm saying, last year, April 9th, 2021, Prince Philip, who happened to be the husband and also the Duke of Edinburgh, died, and he happened to be obviously the right hand man of Queen Elizabeth. And according to sources, what we are learning is that immediately Prince Philip died at the age of 99 years last year, April 9th. The Queen started feeling lonely. This, according to the Queen's personal doctors, the Queen started feeling lonely, and in view of that, looking at the age, thinking, grieving, it contributed immensely to the Queen's deteriorating health, and in fact caused the Queen some, perhaps, what I'll put it as, a loneliness which triggered anxiety and all of that. And in view of that, her health started deteriorating. So her health had been deteriorating. Remember, earlier this year, the Queen was under a lockdown after information came out that she had come into contact with someone who had the COVID-19, or someone who had contracted the coronavirus, and she was sent to lockdown on several occasions. But ultimately, during all of those times, the Queen came out and health, which was a very great thing, which was a very good thing. So it was cool. But when the news started flooding in this morning, that at dawn, that Queen Elizabeth has been hospitalized, she has cancelled all her meetings at Scotland, Aberdeen, then people started wondering. But coming proud to the evening in the UK, in Europe, US, we realized that the news about the Queen was not getting any better, and we could see all the royals flying in from all over, or every part of the world, to Scotland to be by the Queen's side. So that was a very great signal telling us that something was wrong. Something was wrong. And ultimately, around 5 p.m., Ghana time, or 4 p.m. UK time, it has been confirmed that Queen Elizabeth is dead at 96 years. Now, remember, the whole lot of achievement that this woman has achieved. Remember, she was the longest serving monarch in history. And also, remember this year she had a diamond jubilee or something. The celebration was so much. I mean, immense, and she has done a whole lot of work. But as we are saying, this is not going to be the turning point. Uh, to assume that Queen Elizabeth had lived a more glamorous or a more smooth life without controversies. Queen Elizabeth herself had found herself in a whole lot of controversy. Remember, in the 1990s, during the death of Princess Diana, she was engulfed after people asserted that the Queen perhaps planned this kind of orchestrated the death of Princess Diana because they feared she was going out of line, or she was spiraling out. She was becoming more famous than the royal family itself, and then perhaps they couldn't stand it. So she herself have been embroiled in a whole lot of scandals. Now, last 4 years, we saw that Megan, that's the actress who married Prince Charles. She at the royal family, and realized after a year or two, Meghan's husband and Meghan herself realized that no, in as much as we are at the royal family, we will like, we don't want, we don't like what is going on. We don't like what is going on. So, Prince Harry's wife, which is Meghan Markle, when she was married, the whole wedding was glamorous, but when she was sent into the royal family a year or two, we realized that she said she was not happy, the signs and a whole lot of things. And people were thinking this is going to be a Princess Diana 2.0, which means the history of what happened to Princess Diana is perhaps going to repeat itself. And Meghan Markle, together with Prince Harry, left the UK. They headed off to Canada, and later relocated to California, the United States of America. And later on, she had the bombshell interview with Oprah Winfrey. And the interview that she had with Oprah Winfrey kind of embroiled the Queen again in all of these controversies of, kind of pampering racism at the royal family or at the castle, because Meghan is half black, and all of those things which are involved. So the Queen herself have had a fair share of criticism and controversy, but all being so, we could see that we could say that she had also lived a very fruitful life, a life which is worth remembering. She's also helped in a lot of projects and a whole lot of stuff. Now, one thing about Meghan Markle, who is the Duchess of Sussex, is that shortly before the death of the Queen herself, last month, the Queen invited Meghan and Harry to have some time with her. Meghan and Harry denied it. Meghan and Harry denied it. Once again, I'll say last month, the Queen Elizabeth invited Meghan Markle and Prince Harry to have time with her after they visited, or they came to the UK to celebrate the Queen's Diamond Jubilee celebration and all of that. And there were even reports that they booed Meghan, they booed Harry. The Queen invited these two, or this duo, that whatever has happened, come and let's have some time. I want to spend some time with you. But ultimately, Prince Harry and Meghan declined it. Little did they know that that was the final moments of the Queen, and she wanted to spend it with them. This is a sad thing, and the moment has passed. There's nothing else that could be done. So this is the sad news that we are getting, and currently we could tell you is that there's more news flying in from all over the world. We are having world leaders mourning the death of the Queen. Just 3 hours ago, Joe Biden, the U.S. president, sent a message trying to console or trying to give hope to the royal family that they are hoping for a positive news that the Queen herself will be good, and then she'll come out from this medical predicament. But then ultimately she has died, and this is a very, very, very sad news.
Okay, so like we all know, every throne has a successor. Right now, we all know that Queen Elizabeth is no more. Who is now going to succeed her?
What we know, for Queen Elizabeth's throne and the person who's going to succeed her, last year they released a statement, or they released some kind of what do you call it? Um, More like a diagram showing who is next in line and all of that, and is something that is really dicey. But then we will be putting a certain graph on the screens, and this graph is going to tell us who is the next in line. But then we have news that the next in line after Queen Elizabeth to become or to take over to take over the monarchy is Prince Andrew. Is Prince Andrew. So we are looking at this. So sorry, Prince Charles. Forgive me, Prince Charles. So we are learning that Prince Charles will succeed. Prince Charles will succeed Queen Elizabeth II. Now, as I said earlier on, there's a diagram that will be sharing to our viewers on the screens, and this diagram that will be sharing to our viewers on the screens perhaps detail the monarchy and how things are done and who is even next in line in terms of succession,